Hi guys, today I'm going to be trying out the 5th Guerlain Ombres G eyeshadow palette that I picked up, and it's number 214 Exotic Orchid. There are 6 eyeshadow palettes in this Guerlain release and I was able to pick up 5. I do want to pick up the 6th one that I'm missing, and that one is Imperial Moon. Now these are going to be launched on July the 15th at Harrods. And I would say they're probably going to be released again by Guerlain in the USA and in the UK as well. They were a little while ago for about 2 or 3 days. They opened it up and then they shut it all back down again. I've also heard that these eyeshadow palettes and the mascara and the lipsticks, they're also going to be available from Selfridges as well. I'm hoping that they are going to be available from Selfridges because I pay an annual fee at Selfridges. It's a global shipping fee and you pay that once a year, and then everything else that I order for that year, the shipping is free. So if they are available from Selfridges, I'll definitely be ordering from there. And on the 15th of July, keep an eye on my community tab and also my Instagram, as I will let you know when these are available and where they are available from. So I've just finished filming the video for the quad metal butterfly. So I've just taken off that eyeshadow and moisturized under my eyes again, and then also put on some concealer. So I've already got the blush on from that video. It's a SUQQU one and I'll show that to you soon. But what I might do with this palette is also add a bit of color to my cheeks from this eyeshadow palette as well. And the lipstick that I was wearing, I've taken that off. So the foundation that I've got on is a Guerlain one. I've also got on a Guerlain bronzer as well. But everything that I am putting on my face today, I will have linked in the description box below. With these Guerlain eyeshadow videos, I've put them into one playlist. So I'll put that link up here if you want to take a look at the other eyeshadow quad. So far I've used Mystic Peacock, I've also used Royal Jungle and Majestic Rose, and the one that I've just filmed, Metal Butterfly. So these gorgeous Guerlain quads, these are made in Italy and they have a shelf life from 6 months of date of opening. But as I've said in my other videos, if they're anything like the Dior Quince, they also have a shelf life of 6 months from date of opening, but they last a lot longer than that. So here is the color story of Exotic Orchid. It is numbered 214. I'll just lift that up a bit so you can see it. So this is sort of a neutral palette, but a bit warmer leaning than some of the others. And I haven't tried this eyeshadow quad out yet. I've only done swatches of it for Instagram, and if I've still got the clip of that, because I did that in natural light, I'll pop that up to the side of me here so you can take a look at it. But I'll still swatch these on my arm now, and I'm going to swatch them from top to bottom and left to right. And I do have eyeshadow primer on. I do that with all my videos. And that is nothing to do with the quality of these quads, because the formula is absolutely gorgeous. It's because I have really oily skin and really oily eyelids. And if I don't wear a primer, then there is no shadow that's going to last. So I'm going to take the Rapha number 15 and I'm going to go into the lightest shade here. And I'm going to put that through the crease. And I'm going to take it above as well. These shadows just blend absolutely beautifully. And with some of the lighter shades like this one, some of them go on fairly lightly, but they are buildable, and I quite like that with an eyeshadow quad. So next I'm just going to define my crease a bit more. So I'm going to go into the shade here. This is the Rapha number 14. And I'll just add Just a bit more depth through here. And using that same shade, I'm going to take the Sonia G. This is the Worker 3. So go back into this shade here. And I'm just going to add some to the outer corner on my lid.
Good love is on the way, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia.
And I'm going to take the Sonia G, this is the Builder Pro, and I'm going to go into this shade here. For some reason, this quad reminds me a little bit of a Burberry palette that was put out for the holidays last year. I think it's because of this colour and the gold.
Dove in from high above, and if the answer's no, well then I'd like to get to know you.
I'm going to take the Refer number 3, go back into this shade, and I'm just going to put this on my lower lash line. Then I've just wiped down the Builder Pro, and I'm going to go into this gold shade, and I'm going to put that over this shade here. And when I do that, it definitely reminds me of that Burberry holiday palette. And then I'm just going to put some of the gold just in my inner corner as well, and just a little bit on my lower lash line. So I've now put some eyeliner on and mascara. The eyeliner is the Gucci one, and it is in the shade Chocolat. And the mascara is my all-time favorite mascara. It's the Chanel Le Volume. And with the other Guerlain quads, I think most of them, I didn't have to reach for an eyeliner because there was a really dark shade in there. But for this one, I had to, because I just didn't think the darker shade in this quad would give me enough definition. So this is the finished look, and I think this is a really gorgeous quad. And it reminds me of a holiday look. As I said, I think it is fairly similar. It's not the same, but it's in the same sort of shade range as that Burberry holiday one that was put out last year. And I wore that quite a bit at holiday time, and I thought it was a really beautiful look. So as I was saying earlier in the video, I already have blush on, and it is a SUQQU one, and it is from their latest collection, and it is limited edition, but this is still available at Selfridges, and this is shade number 102, and this is the Melting Powder Blush formula, and it is just really, really beautiful. I am reaching for these blushes a lot. I think they're absolutely stunning, and I love this because it's just a beautiful neutral type of blush, but has a little bit of sheen on it as well. It's really lovely. But what I am going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of color to this blush using a shade from this quad, and I'm going to use this shade here. Now this one is fairly pigmented, so I'm just going to grab my SUQQU brush, and I'm going to tap very, very lightly and just blend that in over the top of the SUQQU blush. And it is really, really beautiful, and it blends beautifully too. I don't really do it enough wearing eyeshadows as blush as well, but there's no reason why you can't. And if they last really well on your eyelids, then they'll last really well as a blush. Men see, but I see you right next to me, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia. And for lipstick is a Guerlain one, and this time I'm going to use the KissKiss Shine Bloom, and this is in the shade Lily Caress. This is just a really beautiful nude. And for finishing powder, I'm going to use the Guerlain, the Meteorites. This is in medium. And I love the smell of this. These are heavily fragranced if you haven't tried these before, but I just love the fragrance. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So here is the finished look, and once again, I think that this quad is just like the others, is really, really beautiful. So that's 5 quads that I've tried out now, and I'm not too sure what my favorite quad is. I'll have a look at them again. I tend to think it may be Royal Jungle and Majestic Rose, but really I'm only saying that because they're ones that I'd reach for my everyday type of makeup. But I think that this quad is really beautiful too, and as I said, I think this would be a really beautiful holiday look. These eyeshadows are just stunning. I think the formula is absolutely beautiful. It blends out beautifully. It is flattering on mature eyelids, and it lasts really well too. And one thing I do forget to say in my videos is that these eyeshadows are not fragrance. When I tried out the very first eyeshadow quad in Mystic Peacock, I forgot to mention it, and I had a couple of people ask me whether they were fragrance, and they're not. And it's just as well, because even though I love the fragrance of the Meteorites that I just put in, I do think that would be a little bit too much to wear as eyeshadow. So I think that Guerlain have knocked this out of the park. I really think they are beautiful quads. So I'm really thrilled with all the quads that I've picked up, and when these are released on July the 15th, there is still one more that I do want to get my hands on, and that one is Imperial Moon. I think that looks really beautiful, so I would love to get that, and I want to try the mascara and also some lipsticks as well. So are you going to be picking up any eyeshadow quads from this collection? If you are, let me know in the comments below, and which quad is your favorite. As I said, maybe there's a couple that are my favorite already, but all of them are just absolutely beautiful. It just depends what sort of color story you like, but they are really outstanding shadows. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.